Is it recording? What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions. I hope that you guys are all having an amazing day. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about the 3 stocks that not only Warren Buffett has invested in its Q3 report, but on top of that, I also want to talk about the 2 stocks that supposedly Warren Buffett and their Berkshire Hathaway team have dumped during its Q3 report as well. So I'm going to start sharing my screen. For all those that are watching this video, please make sure that you do your own due diligence. Click the first link down in the description. It will take you on over to this article that I'm just about to show you, and be sure to not only read about this article, but there's so many other articles out there that you can learn a little bit more about. And first of all, for all those that are asking, well, why do I care what Warren Buffett invest in? Warren Buffett is viewed as one of the greatest investors in history, right? So I just wanted to talk about a little bit more about the 3 stocks that he chose to invest in his Q3 report, and then on top of that, how we could follow up with it and see if that acts as a positive or overall negative catalyst for the stock itself. So, and again, he's not just someone that invests a couple thousand or a couple $100,000 or even a couple million. He invests billions of dollars into these companies, and I think that's definitely just super inspiring and super motivating to be able to see. But as you guys can see right here, again, it's that link provided for you down below. It's that first link in the description. If you don't see it, be sure to refresh your screen so you can check it out. So it talks a little bit. I think out of all the articles that I've read, this one does the best job just to making it super easy to understand the 3 that he bought and the 2 that he dumped. So moving on down here, it says one of the stocks that were bought in the Q3 report was JP Morgan, ticker symbol JPM. It just puts it into perspective and makes it very easy to read for someone that maybe is just getting started. Now, we have a lot of traders that maybe don't want to focus on penny stocks, that don't want to focus on momentum stocks, that don't want to focus on even just day trading, maybe just want to grow their portfolio, right? Well, this is something that he just picked up. It doesn't mean that you should invest in it as well. Please make sure that you do your own due diligence and maybe try to identify why he sees so much value in it, and try to see if you see the same value that he might see in his team. So again, JP Morgan, the amount of shares, all that good stuff, and it gives a little bit of a detail on why he sees so much value in investing in an American bank, right? He's obviously known for that as a true believer in investing in American companies. Another one that he just picked up, and again, shares bought during Q3. He bought $41.4 million of Oracle Corporation. If you guys don't know, this is a multi-billion-dollar corporation. Ticker symbol ORCL. Feel free to check it out. And we're going to review these as soon as I cover all of them. We're going to go ahead and break them down when it comes down to the technical analysis that they have to offer. Again, I'm going to give you my own 2 cents, but altogether, just please make sure that you do your own due diligence as well. And then the PNC Financial Services Group Incorporated, ticker symbol PNC, bought a little bit under $6.1 million of PNC. And again, this is something that, so it's something that he's going to continue to move on forward. He just picked up for Q3, Q4 returns, gives all the details. It was recently, earnings season, right? So a lot of these big companies started reporting their earnings, and unfortunately, one of the stocks that he sold in Q3 was SNY, and another one was ticker symbol YMT, which is what we know as Walmart. I'm going to break these down very quickly. I had Walmart already here. It's something that when it comes down to the technical standpoint, it makes sense on why it might bounce right around this SMA line, just like it's done before, but it also makes you question why maybe Warren Buffett, again, one of the greatest investors ever, isn't seeing value in investing in something that is showing some form of support, right? Obviously, there must be a fundamental reason. So again, that's even a stronger reason on maybe why we should wait to see if we wait or catch it at a bounce if there's any signs of consolidation, and not just jump in because it's at a good potential buy point based on our technical analysis. Be sure to look into it. And again, it just reported its earnings for its earnings report and ended up exceeding expectations. And this is something that a lot of people sometimes question or wonder why. If something meets or exceeds its expectation for its earnings report, how does it still sell off? And sometimes they don't even meet or exceed their expectation. They actually fall below it. And yet, Tesla's kind of infamous for this. And yet they still shoot up. right? It's something that, again, you have to look a little bit more into in its overall guidance. Obviously, there's a lot of reports out there of Warren Buffett of what it is and the reason that he pulled out of Walmart. So again, just be sure to do your own due diligence. I think on the technical standpoint, it's something that I would like to watch a little bit closer. I already set my alerts here. I already have Walmart, so ticker symbol WMT, in my pending reversal watch list, if I'm not mistaken. At least I did. Actually, no, I don't. So let's go ahead and add it, and we can simply follow up with it. I think it's just really cool and really inspiring that he announces, these series of stocks that he either sells or buys, and it allows us as, investors, traders, whatever it is that you want to call yourself, just to simply follow up with it and stay on track on, again, what one of the greatest investors in our history is doing. So I think it's really cool, and it's just something that I'm probably going to follow up with. I don't normally trade stocks like Walmart, as again, I'm not trading with millions of dollars. So just something cool to follow up with. Now talking about the three that he picked up, JP Morgan, that's JPM, right? So JPM, let's go ahead and pop this one up right here. So overall, again, there's probably a fundamental reason on why he chose to invest in it. But you can see that the SMA line was showing signs of an uptrend, hit a sign of a resistance right around this like $118, $120 price point, again, an area where it's a little bit more on the overbought side. And then it's been getting rejected by this SMA line. You can see that it got rejected here, and we're approaching this SMA line right here as well. So one thing that I would like to follow up with is if we begin to start seeing higher highs, especially with the news being so fresh that Warren Buffett just invested in JP Morgan. I think it would be great to see how that can act as a positive or negative catalyst for this specific ticker. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. The next one is ticker symbol ORCL. So we've definitely traded this one before. It's been showing signs of a very consistent uptrend pattern. It's been doing a lot of consolidation, again, right around this SMA line. For those that are going to be asking, I'm using the TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim platform. It's free. Feel free to watch a video on my YouTube channel on how to get started on setting up this platform if you're within the United States. But we can see when it comes down to like my style of trading, again, it's completely different than Warren's. So I would much rather you do more due diligence and learning more about his, but it has to do with more like long-term growth and fundamentals, right? So as of right now, when it comes down to technicals, based on how I normally would do this, it just wouldn't make much sense. I like to focus on something when it's a good deal. As of right now, it's showing signs of an uptrend. Great. There's probably a reason on why he chose to invest in it. It just wouldn't be in my favor based on the current price point of where it's at right now, based on where it previously peaked out at. The margin of profit isn't worth it for me. It would make a little bit more sense for me to wait for potentially a pullback to around the SMA line and try to see if I can get it for a better deal and then sell it for more. Again, he's a long-term investor. He's someone that holds it for a very long period of time. So that's not something necessarily that I do. I max hold it for like maybe 2 weeks, and I try to, again, make sure that I get the best deal possible, so I build that margin of profit, and then I can end up selling it for obviously profit. So moving on to the next one, PNC. So PNC, let's go ahead and check this one out. Okay, so this isn't something that I would normally personally see too much value in, right? Very strong, consistent downward pattern. Again, I'm sure that there's a reason on why he chose to invest in it. So you can see a couple of news reports of it coming out that Warren Buffett or Berkshire Hathaway is adding more to their position. So overall, PNC continuously making lower lows. As you can see right now, it's been making higher highs, but again, it's been rejected. So its overall direction has been down. So I would really like to see how this would act either as a positive or negative catalyst for the stock itself and see what direction it starts to head on out. Maybe its overall direction will end up changing and it could begin to make higher highs. I think that would be very exciting and also very interesting to see and follow up with, to see if this is something that, again, long-term would make sense on how we can buy it and potentially and then eventually sell it for a profit. So again, looking at the 3-year analysis, we could see that at least for the past year, as you can see, it's been making lower lows, so that makes sense. Overall, on the 3-year chart, it makes sense on why it could potentially bounce since it bounced off the SMA line. Again, let's just simply follow up with it. And if you don't see value in any of these, then guess what? We don't have to trade them. That's one of the best things about what you get to do by investing in the stock market, is that you get to choose what you put your hard-earned money in. It's just, I think, super cool to be able to see what, again, someone that is just looked at so highly is investing in. So with ticker symbol SNY, this is one of the ones that he just dropped or sold, right? And it's been a very consistent uptrend pattern. He probably thinks that maybe it doesn't have long-term potential, ended up just dumping it. As of right now, yes, it's a little bit more on the overbought side. It's pretty far from the SMA line, which is normally where it bounces at. So I would like to see where this one ends up going. But altogether, again, just a little bit on the overbought side. It continues to make higher highs. I like the direction, but again, I'm sure that there's a reason on why he chose to invest in it long term. But yep, that's really just it, guys. I want to see if I can see any of the comments or any of the messages right now. Here we go. All right, sounds good. I'm looking at a couple of the people that are tuning in, and again, I just want to make sure that you guys are aware. If you guys know anything about me, like, I don't really look up to a lot of people, but Warren Buffett and his specific investing style, I obviously don't invest like him at all. But I've taken certain best practices that I've learned from him and just adjusted them according to my trading style. And you know, it's played out pretty well for me. I closed one of my biggest weeks ever. My biggest day ever was yesterday, which was Friday. I cleared a little bit over $5,445 profit. You guys are more than welcome to check out the video. I show my profits. I talk about what I traded, what led to my success. I share my P&L on the day. And overall for the week, I cleared a little bit over $10,000 profit. This is not a normal week for me. I was trading a natural gas ETF. And the volatility due to it being natural gas seasons acted as a huge catalyst. My normal week that's like still perfect is about $2,500 a week, getting me to my weekly overall monthly goal of about $10,000 to maybe $12,000 profit. So again, truly blessed, so happy. I just wanted to share this little video with you guys and provide some insight or at least some exposure for those that are maybe wondering maybe what is good to watch long term. There's a lot of talk of like the stock market crash and stuff like that. So I think it's very interesting to see Warren Buffett, again, dump something like Walmart, who's like one of the biggest distributors out there, right? And then invest in something like JP Morgan, which is a US bank, and a bunch of other things. So I'm going to look a little bit more into it. If I find anything interesting, I'll be sure to keep you guys up to date. If you guys find anything interesting or want to share what it is that you guys have learned and want to share with the group, be sure to drop it down in the comment section. If you guys want to stay connected, I do run the largest Facebook group for those who invest in the stock market, and as well the largest YouTube channel for those who invest in the stock market. So be sure to stay subscribed. If you want to join our free Facebook group, all you have to do is click, I think, the third or fourth link down in the description. It will bring you on over to our free Facebook group where we also offer a free group chat, and it's as simple as that. If you want to learn a little bit more on how I invest in the stock market and watch me trade live every single day, please browse around my YouTube channel first to become a little bit more familiar with my investing style. And then once you're ready, click that second link now in the description. That will bring you on over to my Learn Plan Profit lesson library, where you get to watch me trade live, where you get access to the Learn Plan Profit lesson library, and then you also get access to this private Learn Plan Profit Discord chat. So again, let's just stay connected. All the links are provided for you down below. Wish you guys a beautiful and amazing Saturday. Hope you guys have a fun and safe weekend. We'll see you in a couple hours. If you guys are not already enrolled in the Learn Plan Profit lesson library, I'm giving away $500 to a random Learn Plan Profit member at around 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, so in about 4 hours. So I wish you guys the best. We'll see you tomorrow for our Sunday Stock Talk. Hope I earned you guys a thumbs up. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.